What Welcome. If you find me here through my other social media, this is going to be a bit of a tone shift. But if you're new, hi, I'm Clara. I have a motor neurone disease. And that's a sentence that became part of my personal introduction in social situations at the end of 2021.
And with that gross side eye at my dysarthria, let's read this out of it.
It used to be I'm a student, then I'm a sales supervisor, and then I work in childcare. While being a terminal diagnosis with no cure causing progressive disability with few treatments, yeah, this isn't a subject to bring up casually over afternoon tea. Let's talk about the other stuff. I've been making lifestyle content from birth, but I'm a millennial born in the late 80s, so it's been different across 3 decades. From leaving poorly spelled notes for strangers on the bus, to poorly performing Blackadder to the captive, unwilling audience that was my family. All the way to emo trauma purges on Bebo, thick fringe shots from above with a digicam, and the OG Insta, to the last 6 years. COVID hit, and with schools closed, idle thumbs and PTSD to process, I started writing, and talking, and filming all about mental health, domestic violence awareness, social and emotional development, particularly for adults. And then in 2022, I had to tell people that things were going to change a bit. See, I became part of a war no person should ever have to be party to. The war against MND, or ALS if you're in the US. And I stand, well, I roll most of the time, alongside some of the most incredible people to be in this battle with. There are so many ways this disease presents, so many routes it can take at so many different speeds, all towards the same devastating ending. And what I found is that there are so many ways those with it fight it. All of us have one thing in common. After diagnosis, the future and the world looks very different. And a lot, if not everything, changes. Like, seriously, your life focus, which might have been so fine-tuned you forgot you had an astigmatism, shifts dramatically. Now, some turn to sincere advocacy for the many ALS and MND charities across the world. Some commit to medical trials and push in for more research. Some hold their diagnosis privately, solemnly, with strength and sincerity. Some preserve their focus for their family and are vital in the support system. Some move with others, media, strangers, family, friends, hand in hand, explaining and exploring all of the disease with meticulous accuracy and vulnerability.
I'm gonna be honest, that's an all of us trait, really.
And one thing is certain is that we all adapt to progressive paralysis, restrictive movement, limited mobility, to the eventual threat of respiratory failure. And for me, to the call to the void, once fate that is suddenly screaming, "You may as well come now, you're headed here anyway." When it was confirmed that I permanently lost my ability to keep up with the high demands of childcare or sales, trust, I could already barely keep up with the demands of daily conversation. Creating content was me screaming right back to that void, in my time, in my way. Of all the things I could do with my diagnosis, I turned to what I'd always turn to in every traumatic life event. I started creating from it. About adapting, about coping, about stupid comments, past fury, present joy, disability, romance, makeup, fashion, family, life. Despite so many voices, past and present, who should have been supportive, telling me I wouldn't succeed, that it was pointless, that it hurt more than it helped, that this isn't what they would call fighting. My way and my time seems to have brought people together. They laugh, smile, share stories, or feel restored. They feel seen, heard, understood. like they're learning, or they teach me things. They feel inspired to create too. And occasionally, some people are mercifully rendered speechless, which is proof that miracles can happen and gives hope that the cure may actually be round the corner. This is my Miss America portion. All I ever wanted in this world was to improve one moment for one person. One giggle, one laugh, one new piece of information, or one instance of validation. The approach is a bit different from what I've ever done before, and it's far from the future I imagined before MND, but the goal looks the same. And I think I'm doing okay at it, which goes to show that purpose doesn't always look like the plan. If you'd like to keep up with me, I am Hot Critic Kinsey here and everywhere. If we're already acquainted, I'll see you fun guys, but if we never meet again, I hope I lifted you up a little bit today. What a time.